Happy Friday, this is RyanKnowsTech from techinform.us, and I wanted to give another short channel update and what next week videos is going to entail and what I'm going to be doing with my MacBook Pro over the next couple days. So, no real big news in technology today. I know I have a lot of requests. Actually, not all that many, but I have about a week of requests built up. We're going to have a desk tour. We're going to have the office tour. Then somebody wanted a the room setup where we have the TV and the surround sound system and the Apple TV and the Blu-ray player and that stuff. We'll be taking a look at that. The Apple TV review, the Blu-ray player review. There's a lot of stuff that I've got going on right now, plus the Microsoft Office 2011 for Mac review between Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So we've got that going on. Plus, next week, now some videos about my MacBook Pro. So I mentioned in some of the vlogs, if you're not following the vlogs, link is down below, youtube.com/JRSvlog, short videos of the daily life. The hard drive in my MacBook Pro, it's a early 2010 model, 13-inch, 2.6 Core 2 Duo. I put the 8 gigs of RAM in it, and it still has the original hard drive, which is a 320 gigabyte Hitachi SATA 1.5 gig per second, 400 RPM, 8 meg cache drive. And it's gotten to the point where that clicks whenever I pick it up and move it. And I'm a little worried that it's beginning to fail. So I made a backup yesterday, as you will see in yesterday's vlog, to here, my 500 gig Western Digital Passport drive. I think it's Western Digital. Yeah, Western Digital Passport. Using Time Machine, really easy. It was a 200 gigabyte backup, which is pretty large. But I ordered a new hard drive, which I'll go ahead and open up here. I got it from Newegg. Pretty good deal. It's only $60. And I spent a good 2 hours researching the best performing laptop hard drives. And obviously, they're going to be solid state drives. And the problem with that is to get the kind of space I need, which is realistically, I'm using 201.78 gigs exactly on my hard drive right now. It's a 320 gig drive, 201.78 used. So I could probably get along with 128. I would have to move some pictures off and it would be real close. I'd be using 126 out of 128 gig. I could probably do it. And to get a 128 gig drive is going to set me back anywhere between $150 and $250. And for that amount of space, I could get a 750 gig, 7200 RPM drive from Hitachi, Western Digital, Seagate. So that just doesn't make any sense. I don't think solid state technology is quite ready yet. I'm hoping to be upgrading this computer in the future, so maybe I'll think about it again then. But now just isn't the time. The quantity versus price ratio is terrible compared to 7200 RPM drives, which are very fast, definitely faster than what I have in here right now. So here's what I bought. So Western Digital Scorpio Black Edition, it's been out for about 2 years, and it is still the fastest laptop hard drive. And I know that sounds ridiculous, that for $60 you can buy the fastest hard drive, excluding SSDs, available in a laptop. I didn't believe it. I spent hours researching it. It is. It's faster than a Hitachi. I think it's called the 7K500. It's faster than the Seagate Momentus. It is very fast. Of course, it's not the fastest in some of those tests that they did, but overall, this thing is pretty serious. So it's the Western Digital Scorpio Black, 320 gig, 7200 RPM revs, 2.5 inch SATA, 3.0 gig per second, 16 meg cache. Pretty basic as far as, well, I mean, it's fast, I guess. My friend, old friend now, Taylor Jasko from youtube.com/tjasko1, he just bought this drive for his late '08 MacBook, and it is super fast. He smoked me in a boot up race today, and we did something else. We opened some applications, and he totally smoked me, and his is only 2 gigahertz with half the RAM mine has, so I can't have that. I have to upgrade my drive. But I ordered this. It should be here in 3 days. We're going to be doing an unboxing. We'll be doing an install. And I wanted to ask you guys, what kind of setup and install should I do on this? Here's what I'm thinking. I have the MacBook Pro reinstall discs right here. I'm thinking I'm going to get the new hard drive, stick it in there, boot one of these discs. I'm hoping I can format it. I've never actually reinstalled OS X before. But I have the OS X install disk right here. Figure out how to boot off this, format it in OS X journal, whole drive, one partition. Boot into this, install the operating system like normal, and then when it asks you if you want to set it up as a new Mac or restore from a Time Machine backup, that's when I'm going to pull out this drive and tell it to restore all my content. Now, I did this before when I got my new Mac. the second MacBook Pro, which I got in June of 2010. And I made a backup on the old MacBook Pro, the 2.5 that I got in January of 2010, but it was the mid-09 model. And I did the Time Machine backup. It worked incredibly well. It reinstalled all my applications. The dock was in the right place. The background was, you would never know that you had a new computer. It was very fast. The system files made it. My settings, preferences, time, every application, all the application data, my projects and iMovies, my iTunes stuff, even non-Apple stuff. It was an exact 150,000% exact copy of the other computer. So that's what I'm going to be doing again, reinstalling the operating system, then restoring from the backup. Common question I'm probably going to see in the comments of this video. Why did you only get 320 gig when you had a 320 gig? Why not get the 500 gig for an extra $10? Here's why. Every review I said that it was slower. All the benchmarks pointed that it was a little slower. The 750 gig was slower from that. The terabyte version, I don't think that was from Western Digital, but a terabyte version was slower. It seems to me like the more space you get, the slower it gets. But below 320 gig, there's a 250 and a 160. The 250 was the same as the 320, and the 160 was slower than the 320. So, from what I understand and the research that I've done, the fastest hard drive, excluding solid state drives, in the world for a laptop is a 2.5-inch Western Digital Scorpio Black. So I'm excited to get it. We'll do the installation video and maybe a little bit in the vlog about how the install goes. I expect it to be pretty well. Taylor seems to like it, so I'm really hoping that I do too. But that's what's going on with the channel. I apologize that there's nothing too techy today. Next week is exam week for me. If I miss a day or two in there, I apologize. These are midterms junior year. I'm trying to take this a little bit more seriously. So that's what's going on. I do not anticipate missing a day, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's the drive I bought. It should be coming by next Wednesday or Thursday next week. We'll be working with it then. And honestly, for me to use 320 gigabytes on disk would be a big job because I've got about 121 available right now on the 320. This is 500 gig for backups. That has about 300 gigs available. The terabyte sitting on my desk has 600 gigs available. I'm fine on space. So that's what's going on. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Our site is techinform.us. If you guys remember Taylor, they've done a refresh on their site. It's techcores.com. I was over there for a while. Here it is. Looks like they've gotten some new posts up, and the new theme definitely looks a lot better. Back to our site, again, techinform.us. We're accepting new users all the time. I just approved a few yesterday and a whole bunch of posts as well. My Twitter account is twitter.com/JamesRSchultz. The business one for the site is twitter.com/techinformus. And the next Tuesday night, I may or may not be live, considering that it is the midterm week, but it would be every other Tuesday night, ustream.tv/techinformus. So I'll catch you guys there or in Monday's video. Have an incredible weekend. Talk to you next week.